Hello, everyone. You've tuned into the Indiana State Police Roadshow, brought to you by the Indiana State Police Alliance, Cops for Kids, subsidiary of the Indiana State Police Alliance. I'm your host, Sergeant Rich Myers with the Public Information Office. My guest today is Captain Dave Burston with the Indiana State Police Public Information Office. As a matter of fact, my boss. Thank you for coming in, Captain. I appreciate you being here.
I am happy to be here. I can't believe that you invited me back twice within 1 month. You must. Are people turning you down for shows? Are they saying we don't want to talk to you, Rich?
Well, let's talk about something else, Dave. You want to? All right. Let's just continue on. Pass over that area.
No.
Move on. No. I appreciate you being here, and you always come in and give us some great information. And we're going to kind of have a plethora of information on this. Kind of we're going to start out with some safety tips for responsible partying. That's going to be coming up here with the New Year's on its way, and people are going to be celebrating the holidays, and we want to just let people know what to do to be responsible about that and not have a bad situation during the holidays. But then we're going to kind of do a free-for-all on what's happened throughout the year.
Sounds like fun.
All right. So let's get started on that, though. I know you're going to be having a holiday party.
We're having a holiday party. We usually have at least one or two every year, and at the forefront of my mind is I want to see people have a good time and good food and watch what people consume alcohol-wise and make sure there's that designated driver. My son's in college now. He loves to play euchre. We're having a bunch of his friends over for a euchre party. That's going to be an easy one because none of them are 21. So there will be no drinking in the Burston household by any of the freshmen and sophomore.
Well, there might be drinking, but it's going to be maybe
soft
cola,
drinks.
and maybe some of the amp energy or something. Maybe
no, there's not going to be any of that either. So it's going to be either soda or water.
Okay,
so,
all right,
or soda water.
Not milk. You're going to allow milk in there.
Yeah, well, a little milk or the silk, for those that are lactose intolerant, because we're a very friendly catering household. So even if you're vegan, we can help you out.
Well, that is the number one area that I've looked at, and number one recommendation is have a sober driver, have somebody, a designated driver. A designated driver also is not somebody that's going to test the lowest on the PBT.
No, yeah, exactly so. And you've got all the other options too, the traditional taxi service or, the Uber or Lyft, if that's what you prefer. But just be responsible. The average person burns off alcohol at the rate of 1 drink an hour. And of course, then we have to quantify what is a drink. We're talking 1 beer or 1 mixed drink or a glass of wine. So if you're at a party event and you're going to be there for 2 or 3 hours, and over that 2 or 3 hour time frame, you maybe have 2 or 3 drinks, you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
So it's all in recognizing what you're doing. But if you have a 32-ounce beer, that does not count as 1 beer. That's more like 3 or 4 beers. So
something I'd never thought about, and when I was reading, preparing for the show here, it said to print out either a Uber number or a cab fare number on your invitation, so the people coming to your party could have that right there on the invitation to be able to program it into their phone and have that available.
That's a good idea too, or just have a piece of paper there with it. There's nothing that can replace, first of all, personal responsibility.
Absolutely.
That's the number one thing that we don't hear a lot about. But after the personal liability, that's your first level of protection. Your second level of protection is being a responsible host. And if somebody at your party has had too much to drink, offer them to stay the night.
Yes.
Say, I don't want you to drive. If they're so intoxicated that they're going to fight with you about it, and a lot of people step back when I say this, Rich, but I said, you tell them, if you leave in this condition, I'm not going to sit here and have a fist fight with you to stop you. But if you leave, I'm dialing 911. I'm giving your name, the description of your car, and your license plate number, and I'm going to tell them that you're driving intoxicated. Now, if you want to take the chance that you can get away before they get here, so be it. Sometimes that may end a friendship, but if somebody drinks to that point of intoxication, they have bigger problems than losing your friendship.
Yeah, and that's part of being a responsible host and making sure that everybody gets home safely to their family and nobody gets hurt out there on the road.
So be it Christmas or New Year's, what do we call it? New Year's Eve, amateur night.
Right.
Because people that typically maybe don't go out and drink and party, they do because it's the new year. You know, got to ring out 2017, ring in 2018. If you're going to do a New Year's Eve party, and if you're going out, lots of opportunities. The bigger hotels offer packages where you can go there, enjoy the evening, spend the night, sleep it off in the morning, and then be able to go home. But again, the same rules apply, whether it's a Christmas party, a Hanukkah party, a Kwanzaa party. If you're serving alcohol and you're the host, you want to be a responsible host.
And that includes make sure there's plenty of food available, because we know the effects of alcohol without food going in is a lot more intense. So,
and if you have a designated time where your party's going to end,
yes.
Stopping the service of alcohol an hour and a half before the official end.
Yeah, and make sure that you watch what people are drinking, and not just the number of glasses they have, but the number of drinks that they're bringing down to themselves, and make sure that it's not that you're pushing alcohol on anybody. If there's people there that want to just drink the soft drinks and let it go at that, that's part of being a good host.
You bring up another good point there. I've done some training recently with people on recognizing signs and symptoms of alcohol and drug impairment, and typically I'm speaking to groups of anywhere from 20 to 30 people, and I always take time to canvass, and I say, how many people here do not drink at all? And I usually get anywhere from 3 to 7 hands go up. And I said, hey, good for you. And I talk about that fact that if I took time to speak with each of you about this, I would probably find out that there's a history of substance abuse in your family, either a parent or a sibling, and you've made the personal choice yourself. I don't want that to happen to me. And sometimes it's the person themselves. They have had that history, and they've made the decision, I'm not going to lose control of my faculties anymore. And that's fine. Nobody should be pushed or peer pressured in to drinking if they don't want to.
And that's absolutely correct. You don't want to push anything on them, and number one, that makes them feel bad at your party.
Right. Yeah.
They don't want to be there if you're starting to do that, but it's something that they've decided against, and that's the way it should be, and leave them at that. And then again, you have somebody to obviously help somebody out if they need it later on in the night.
But now we can talk about some things to do at the end of the year, and some of our favorite charity events. One that's always on our list, and with Thanksgiving it was held. The folks from Bolt for the Heart they've done 6 runs now. 3 of them have been in support of the state police to put automatic external defibrillators into our police cars. And just because Thanksgiving is come and gone, you think, oh, doggone it, I was going to run at that run, but I just had other things to do on Thanksgiving morning. You can go to the Bolt for the Heart website anytime. Just go to Google or your favorite search engine, type it in there, and you can donate money year round, whether you donate $1 or $10 or $20. If you donate $20, even though the run is over until supplies run out, you can still get a runner's medal. And I wish I had one here to show everybody and put on the YouTube.
They're pretty amazing. We've had them on here with Pierre before.
Yeah. Did he bring them?
Yes.
Did he come? Oh,
they're
wasn't
amazing.
that cool?
They are. They were very amazing. That's the best looking medal. They go to great lengths to make sure that they have a nice looking medal.
So Bolt for the Heart is always raising money to put AEDs in our police cars. And when they're done with the state police cars, they're going to be looking at other county and city agencies across Indiana, because, when you think about how many police vehicles there are in this state, there's thousands of them.
Absolutely. Yeah. And to have one in each police vehicle that's going to be at your shopping mall, at your ball game, at your sporting event.
We have already had circumstances where they have been used to save people. We had a circumstance where we had an AED at a state police post, and some people stopped into the building, and their grandfather had a heart attack, and the AED brought that person back, and last I heard, they'd made a full recovery. And we've had other circumstances. We had one where an off-duty trooper was shopping at a Walmart in southern Indiana, and a person had a medical emergency, needed the AED, and that was used to save their life, just by the grace of God that The trooper was there. He had driven his police car, and then he had the AED there ready to use.
They're definitely
They're a lifesaver.
exactly. That's what I was going to say. But
yeah.
and we have over 200.
Over 200. The goal this year, and I think they're doing the final count because the event just ended, so they're
Right.
tallying up the monies. But their goal was to raise enough to get another 300. That's a tall order.
Absolutely.
So I don't know because
Because
those
they're
run
between 12,
about
15.
$1,200 a unit.
Yeah.
So that's a tall order to fulfill. But with the virtual run, over 200 people signed up for the virtual run. That was double from what was last year. And don't quote me. If Pierre was here, he could tell us how many runners there were, but I think it was something over 2,000 runners. And
Excellent.
blessed with decent weather again. So
Yeah.
that's always helpful.
Well, I'll tell you what, something else that that you can do. We were talking about holidays, things that you can do. You were talking about your staycation on another program that we were going to stay in, but the ISP Museum is kind of something that is unfortunately the best kept secret.
Yeah,
for the
we
state
try not
police.
to make it a secret, but I have to sing praises to Lauren Baker, those people that participated the last couple of years for the Trunk and Treat that have come out. We've done a classic car show, Cruising with the Cops, a couple of times.
Right.
So those have been great events. What we've done, we just have finished remodeling the floor. The floor, those of you that have visited before, it was those foot
Tiles.
one by one tiles, and they looked nice when they were put in, but about 2 weeks later they didn't look nice anymore. And
Yeah. They've had a lot of traffic in it.
a lot of traffic. So we went to that industrial epoxy with paint in it that you
Right.
see in garages
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
So we've done that through the entire showing area of the museum. Now the conference room is still
The wood floor.
has that, well,
Yeah.
it looks like wood, but it's not. But that's been a
Laminated
very
wood.
durable floor
Yeah.
for us. But
But we
Lauren-
actually have cars inside the other part of the museum.
yes, yeah, we have cars, so it's nice to have on our concrete floor that was underneath the tile. When they stripped the tile off, they totally rejuvenated that concrete and then put that new finish on it. So it's going to withstand the punishment of the cars coming in and out. And Lauren and Anna do such a great job of refreshing the displays there and making it interesting for youth. And it's also a way for Cub Scouts to earn some of their merit badges by coming through the museum as well. So
And the best part, the cost is
the cost is everybody's favorite four-letter word, FREE, free.
yeah. It's the best kept secret. Unfortunately, did they redo the bricks yet? Has that part been?
No, that hasn't been done. We're still having we've hit, no pun intended, a creative brick wall.
Right.
We're looking at how to do that. Still remains to be seen.
Okay,
So-
I knew that was being worked on also. So
But we are continuing to host every quarter. We host events for the retirees, coffee and donuts. Yes, I said the donut word. Just reinforcing that stereotype for everybody out there. And then the other events that are held out there. This past year, a lot of our retired women from the state police have held a Christmas party out there because of the floor being redone. They had to take a break this year, but I'm sure next year, 2018, they'll be back for that and the many other events that we host there.
yeah, I know the Lauren and Anna had a great turnout for the trunk or treat. That was just
Yes.
over the top, as it usually is, and the car show again was
Yeah.
well deserved,
And I
well
have
attended.
to thank our sponsor for the trunk or treat the last 2 years has been Church Brothers Collision Repair. Generous donation. You think, oh, candy's not that expensive. Well, when you're buying candy for 400 plus people,
Yeah.
it's expensive. So Church
Yeah.
Brothers has always stepped forward, and we are so grateful for their sponsorship.
And you can still get your ISP ornament yet.
I think there are some left.
Okay,
I
good.
think there are some left.
Not
Now that
sure.
you've brought that up, it's going to be your fault if
Yeah.
they're sold out.
I hope there's some left because those are limited edition. They're great.
Yes. So
Well, we're at the end of our time, Dave. Thank you for coming in. Have a happy holiday again. It's good to see you again. Thank you for kind of doing our recap here of the year, and we'll talk to you next year.
And I thank it, and to the guy that makes our holidays so possible, Tom Trial,
Yes.
always off camera. Sometimes we're going to do a show on Tom,
We'll,
Tom?
We'll get him in.
And
And
he's
put
shaking his head no. So,
Well,
Mr. GQ.
It's looking good and doing a good job putting us on YouTube each and every week. Well, again, you're listening to the Indiana State Police Roadshow. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great holiday season. We'll talk to you again later. Roadshow out.